The Audi Q8 has reached the point in its life where most rivals would be quietly winding down, and Audi has done the opposite. The flagship that once defined what a coupe-shaped luxury SUV could be has been sharpened rather than retired. And standing in front of it at the Martigny Motor Show, the first thing that registers is how confident it still looks against newer competition. This is the car that has to hold the top of the Audi SUV range, while the brand pours most of its attention into electric models. And it carries that weight without looking like an afterthought. The front end is where the update makes its case. The single-frame grille is now wider and more upright, framed by slimmer headlights that give the whole face a harder, more deliberate expression than before. In this dark gray paint under the show lighting, the surfacing across the hood reads cleanly, with none of the busy detailing some rivals lean on. From the side, the long roofline still drops into that fast rear screen, and the gloss black wheels on this car pull the eye down and make the body look planted on the floor. It is restrained, and that restraint is what keeps it from aging the way flashier designs do. Inside, the cabin tells you immediately that this is an older architecture handled with real care. The twin touchscreen setup sits angled toward the driver, and the wood inlay running across the dash and down the center console lifts the whole space. I like that Audi kept the lower screen for climate because it gives the interior a structure that pure glass dashboards tend to lose. The driving position is low and snug for a car this size. The steering wheel feels substantial in your hands, and the diamond-stitched seats look and feel genuinely expensive. I appreciate that the materials do not just photograph well, they hold up to a closer look. The front cabin is built around the driver without isolating the passenger, and material quality is the strongest argument this car still makes. The rear cabin is where the practicality lands, with proper space for adults, soft leather across the bench, and a flat enough floor that the middle seat is actually usable. There is one honest point worth raising. The dual screen system can feel a step behind the newest software you find in fresher rivals, and a known service bulletin covered blank screen behavior with smartphone mirroring across recent model years. The thing is, the physical layout remains one of the easiest to live with day to day, and once you learn it, the logic holds up well. The boot is a genuine strength. At just over 60 cubic feet with the seats folded, it swallows far more than the sloping roof suggests, and the load lip sits low with a powered tailgate fitted as standard. The retractable cargo cover and the squared-off opening make it more usable than most coupe-shaped SUVs in this class, which often trade boot space for the look. Under the hood sits the familiar 3-liter turbocharged V6 with mild hybrid assistance, producing 335 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque. That is enough to move this car to 60 in around 5.5 seconds, which never feels strained because the torque arrives early and the 8-speed automatic shuffles ratios without drama. If walkarounds like this one help you work out which luxury SUV is actually worth your money, subscribe so the next one finds you. The trade-off is at the pump, where 19 miles per gallon combined trails the hybrid heavy competition. Though anyone choosing a V6 flagship in 2026 already understands that part of the deal. What the Q8 represents now is more interesting than what it does. It is a reminder that Audi can still build a combustion flagship that feels coherent and complete, even as the company moves most of its energy elsewhere. It is not the newest car in its class, and it does not pretend to be. It is the one that knows exactly what it is, and after time with it at Martigny, that clarity is what stays with you. For watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Leave a comment below with your thoughts or questions. I read every single one. And don't forget to click the bell icon to get notified about my next upload. See you in the next video.